Gardening and Design. I just want to let you know, those that are in the Florida area, up into the Big Bend area, cutting through towards Tallahassee, towards Louisiana, we're going to be getting a hurricane. 'Tis the season, and it's going to hit the Tallahassee area is where the bullseye is going to come in on land. Right now deemed, I believe, a tropical storm. On my side, I'm on the east side, close to Georgia, Jacksonville area. It's going to be a wind event with some rain. The city, I just watched their news press conference. They're out making sure drains are clear, that sort of thing. We've also had a lot of rain in the area, in Florida in general, for the last several weeks. The last week it's been really quiet. We haven't had as much, thank goodness. So saying that means that the ground is saturated. And unfortunately, Florida has very sandy soil. Yes, we do have plants that have very deep roots, but when the ground is super saturated, they let go very, very easily. So trees will fall often. And then you have the wind on top of that. So soaked ground, they can't hang on with the roots. The winds pick up, which is what's going to happen in my area. We're expecting a high wind event. They're thinking 40, 50 miles an hour as of right now. So high winds, saturated ground, trees will fall over because the wind just pushed them, right? There's nothing hanging on because of the saturated grounds. So anyways, just want to let y'all know, we are expecting Hurricane Helene. I think they just said about a Category 3 when it hits landfall. That will be Thursday, day after tomorrow. Today's Tuesday. It will hit landfall Thursday evening, I think approximately around 8 p.m. So plant-wise, what you want to do is make sure there isn't anything touching your house, palm fronds, any kind of plant, because that wind's going to be smacking it, could damage your siding. If it's close up to your roof, it could peel shingles off. You don't want that. Then you have wind coming underneath there and will create a lift effect. Then you've got major damage. Any plants, small trees, stake them. And what I mean by that is, so you've got a tree, it's hard to do with one hand, but so here's my tree, and then around it, make a circle. Put 1, 2, 3, even 4 stakes, wooden pieces of, what do you call them? Wooden stakes. They're usually like a 1 by 1. And you can get them up to, I think, 6 feet tall, 3 feet, something like that. One end's got a notched out point to it, so when you drive them into the ground with a hammer or a, oh my God, what's that hammer called? The big rounded edge, rubber mallet. So you pound those down several feet away from the tree, not too close, you want to damage roots. Then you can use tape, which looks like this over here, I'll show you. Just like, this is not easy, right here. This tape will snap and not damage the main line. So that tape will help you, so you can at least hold the trunk of the tree to those stakes that you've put around and create a holding up effect, lack of a better way to say it. So that way your trees won't snap in the wind. And you want something pliable, not something rigid, because if you use a hard wire or something like that, it's really rigid, and what's going to happen is where it's connected to your plant, I've seen it happen, it'll break. So and if you have any low limbs that are real close to the house or somewhere else, cut them, take them down. Don't put them out at the road unless you know for certain they're going to get picked up. Otherwise, the winds will just throw them down the street, hit somebody's car, hit your neighbor's houses, etc. Clog up a drain, then you have a flooded street. So thinking ahead, I mean, if you're in a low-lying area, that's the issue. Apparently, our tides are kind of high right now. What did they call it? I think a king tide, which means the moon phases are at their peak, so therefore the tides are naturally high anyways right now. So timing isn't that great as far as that goes. So they're expecting the St. Johns River to be inundated even more because of rain. And then the wind, we may not get a lot of water, but the wind's gonna push that water. Areas where I am, the San Marco area, Riverside area, where the wind's they believe it's gonna drive it south. So all that water that's in the river normally, and it's higher now because of the tides, will get shoved into the land. So sandbags if you need them, know where your low-lying areas are, make sure your drains out front of your home, along your street are clear. Plugged drains means flooding, and there aren't basements in Florida, so you want to make sure that's done as well. We're probably gonna lose power, knock on wood, hopefully we don't. If we do, make sure you have canned goods, because you won't be able to cook, or a camper stove, or a barbecue, a grill of some kind. What else? Don't bring that into your house. Barbecues and grills are outdoors. I'm on a patio, outside, okay? Never with charcoal or, sorry, switching hands. Never charcoal in the house. You'll asphyxiate yourself. You'll choke yourself. It lets off a gas. Also, same thing with a gas barbecue, propane. You can have an explosion or a fire. Let's not do that. So thinking ahead, have some cash on you in case you need to go buy something and the internet system is out because power's out. What else can I tell you? As far as a hurricane goes, just always have a preparation plan in place. You can go on your city, local city web pages, and they will have a link on there to say, hey, this is the supplies that you're going to need. And it's all based on whether or not, how bad the storm's going to be. For us, it's not going to be too bad. It should be high winds as of now, and rain. So plants, debris, where's your car parked? Are you putting it under the tree? You might not want to put it under the tree because the limbs might fall down, or the whole tree may fall down. What else? Food, canned goods, water. We can get by without electricity for a few days. Pretend you're camping. That's why it's good to have a stove, an outdoor camping stove, or a fire, even outdoor fireplace would work if it's not pouring on you. Barbecue, grill, what else? Food, water, shelter, your pets. If they don't like to go outside in the rain, you can, if you have a covered garage or a covered space, you can cut out pieces of like squares of your grass, lift them. It's super easy in Florida because it's sandy. Take your shovel and just go underneath 2-3 inches, bring some soil with it, put a tarp down if it's in a garage or a covered space, put those chunks of grass on top of it, on the turf on top of the tarp, so that when they do pee and poop on it, because that's what they're gonna need to do, that's what they're used to, it won't soak through and mess up your concrete, which then another thing you have to clean. Who wants to do that? And then actually after that's done, you can put them right back where they came from. Tap them in good, step on them, keep an eye on it. They should reattach. Easy and simple. What else? Oh, if you have downspouts, gutters is what people call them here. I grew up with eaves troughs is what they're called. The little, you know what that is. The little tracks that go along the edge of your house, and it channels water off your roof and down through a pipe that goes down. They're up there. See that right there? That's the eaves trough, and then the downspout. Make sure those are clear. If you can't get on a ladder, don't. Have somebody help you with it. If they're plugged, the water won't drain and disperse away from your house. So once it goes down to the ground, make sure you have an attachment or some kind of channel that will bring that water away from your house. You don't want it coming down and sitting there, okay? So if you can, do that. Food for thought for the next storm, because it's bound to happen. Let me think. I think that's it. Batteries, flashlights, place to cook if you don't have that, canned goods with a can opener. Make sure you have a can opener. Cook now. Some stuff that you could prepare that you know you can make ahead of time that won't go bad if we lose power. Peanut butter sandwiches. It stays with you. It's protein, you know, in a pinch. That could help you out. I think that's it. Money. You want cash in case the internet goes down. I mean, make sure your cell phones are charged before the storm, before the high winds come in. Laptop, if you're able to access internet somehow, charge them. What else? Any important documents, put them in plastic bags, seal them, so that if some catastrophic thing happens, another thing for going forward, if you happen to be in an area where they're going to get a really nasty storm, put those things in a plastic bag. Because then your birth certificates, marriage license, court documents, whatever. Something that's very difficult to replace or costly to replace, secure those, protect those, and use caution with it. Gas up your car. I think that's it. But there's massive amounts of resources. I just wanted y'all to know And I wish you all much luck, protection to the Tallahassee area. They're going to get it, probably a Category 3. So everybody be safe, be smart. I hope I've given you all something to chew on there and to use now and going forward. One last thing, first aid kit. Make sure you have something if anybody happens to get a cut or an injury. Make sure you can at least treat it on the spot until you can get help if you need help. I think that's it. Please be safe, everybody. Hopefully this is the last time I have to say this this year, because I know I'm over it. Take care, everybody. Redbird Gardening Design, Anissa. Send me questions if you have any. Talk to you soon.